What's up, guys? It's Alex.
It's Quinn.
And it's Iconic Comic, and we're back with Iconic Comic superhero news. And sorry it's a little bit late. We had some technical issues with the camera, so we're going to get this out to you today along with the movie news. So
And what else comes out today?
I don't know. Walking Dead.
Yeah, it does!
Walking Dead. It's our most watched video. It almost has 10,000 views. It might have 10,000 by now.
Yeah, so we're going to do a reaction to who he kills. So be prepared to look out for that. So let's just jump right into this like a nice woman. Alright, so Spider-Man apparently may not be an Infinity War. I call BS. But we'll read the story anyway. So apparently Tom Holland was promoting his latest film, The Lost City of Z, and he said he can't talk about his next project because it's like hinting towards more Spider-Man movies past Homecoming. Like, I guess they're already talking about the sequel, probably. But when he was speaking to Variety, he said that his involvement is in question, and it's kind of up in the air right now. Now, when I read this, I go, okay, but how much does he know about his contract and his involvement? Like, really?
Yeah. I mean... Yeah, I really... I mean, he has to be in it. I mean... I don't know, what else do you think?
Like,
because I'm trying to formulate my thoughts.
My thing is, this kid is 20. He just turned 20. Looks like he's 12. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, I don't know much right now. Good, because you're probably not supposed to. I'm sure Marvel is the one that's doing most of your contract work with Sony. It's not like, I'm sure Tom Holland isn't in these, like, conference meetings, you know, just with all the business execs. Like, if he wasn't told you're going to be in the movie, this is what he's going to say. Because he doesn't want to tell people he's in it, and then him end up not being in it, or the other way around.
Or they probably told him, but they're just telling him, like, okay, just don't, you know, like the thing they tell, same thing they tell all the actors.
Like Mark Hamill, like in Star Wars.
Don't say anything.
Mark Hamill really did not say anything in Star Wars.
Yeah,
but
it's like, don't say anything.
No, you were supposed to read that line. Why didn't you say anything? You know what? It's perfect. Let's leave the movie. Anyway, I think it would be a bad business decision not to put him in it. Like, let's play devil's advocate and say he's not in it. I think it's a bad business move. When you look at, I'm sure there was a large group of audience that weren't huge, like, Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, but they went to go see Civil War because the trailer said that Spider-Man was going to be in it. He draws more people into the seats.
Right.
So I think it's a bad...
He's the people's superhero.
That's why I'm like, I think it's a bad business decision if they don't put him in the movie.
Well, we got a taste of him. That sounded wrong. We got a
taste of his
we got a good glimpse of the character in Civil War, and then to not have him in these big movies in the future, you just can't ignore the fact that he's been with these guys before, and now he's not. You can't just ignore that.
Where's Spider-Man? Who?
Oh, he's grounded. That could actually be a thing.
That'd be funny.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I can't go to Germany. Why not? I'm
grounded.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. All right. So final thoughts. I think he should be in it. I think it's a bad decision not to put him in it. All right, moving on. Negan might be Batman. So speaking of The Walking Dead, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was talking to Cinema Blend on his Watchmen press tour. So this was a while back. And he was saying that Zack Snyder said that his dream was to do a Frank Miller Batman. So like the Flashpoint storyline, meaning Thomas Wayne is Batman. He's older, more grizzled Batman. And, you know, it's a cool fan. It's not a fan. Well, it's a fan theory, but it's also, you know, just something these dudes talked about. Like, yeah, it's my dream to do this.
Well, you see, And the whole Flashpoint thing, that's something that's humongous.
You would need to like take it. You know how Marvel has Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. You'd have to take an entire phase of your movies and just dedicate it to that storyline.
Absolutely. And then, and I think that type of movie is just something that fanboys will just ponder on. Like, you know what would be really cool if, you know, like what we say about all these, like, you know, it'd be really cool if the Fantastic Four was in Infinity War.
That would be really cool.
See, exactly. So it's just something for us to just toss back and forth and get excited about.
The only thing that adds weight to this story to be like, it could happen, is what I've been saying since I've heard about this, is that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is not your B or C list actor. He is a big time star right now, and to cast him in Batman vs Superman for a role so small as Thomas Wayne in the beginning and that one flashback towards the end, it almost seems like, why didn't they just get Joe Blow off the street, to play this guy? Like, it's not like he had to really act.
Yeah.
He had to walk and get shot. So that's the only thing that adds weight. Is I'm like, well, why did they get this guy? Maybe it's for something down the road, or maybe they're thinking down the road and they're like, we may not end up doing it, but let's cast him just in case it becomes a possibility.
Or maybe he was just walking around set and we gotta film this.
Jeffrey.
Oh my gosh! Like with Daniel Craig when he was the stormtrooper.
He was filming Spectre in the same area as Force Awakens, and he said, "Hey, can I get a little part in the movie?" It's actually a pretty big, not a huge part, but it's like
that's a turning point.
Well, that, and it's like he got speaking lines, and most stormtroopers don't have speaking lines.
But he didn't say it.
No, he said it. If you listen to it, it even sounds like Daniel Craig. Like,
really?
Now that I know it's Daniel Craig, I'm like, oh my god.
Well,
off topic.
Whatever.
But it could have been something like that. That's why he got the role. But that's, like I said, the only reason I hold this story to any weight is because he's such a big name star, and I think, why get this guy when you could get somebody else for a okay, it was a speaking role because he said Martha.
How do you know that name?
Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name? I like Batman vs Superman. Anyway, so don't get on me, fanboys. All right, so let's stick with the Batman. Talking about the Batman solo movie. So the Time Warner CEO revealed a 18-month timetable for the Batman movie. No release date was set, but Joe Manganiello, who plays Deathstroke, and it's been confirmed by Ben Affleck, has said they're about to start filming next spring. Now, there are a few untitled slots for DC Films, and one is October, I want to say it's the 15th, October 15th, 2018. I know it's October 2018. I think it's the 15th is the actual day. I think that'd be a really good date for the Batman movie to be released. I mean, what do you think?
What comes out around it?
As in other Octobers, probably garbage and dog shit.
Yeah.
So I think it's at least a smart business decision. Business to shits in. We need a blooper show.
Yeah, I agree. When does Oscar season start?
October, November.
I guess is he trying to be in the race for...
I mean, that's why I was like, business decision wise, October is not only, it's gonna make a ton of money because there's no competition.
Right.
What are people? It's like people are like, hey, do you want to go see Alvin and the Chipmunks 6? Or do you want to go
Saw
see
13? You want to see?
Or you want to see the Batman? I don't know. It's a tough choice. God, oh my God.
It's like, no, we already saw that a long time ago. It's like, no, that was Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That
there's gonna be those people.
That average movie going crowd.
But there's no competition, so the money is there. But what you were saying, Oscar season, October, November, people are like, well, that's a superhero movie. Yeah, but think about The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor
Yeah.
on The Dark Knight. And if anybody can create, I don't know why I keep doing this gun sign, I'm throwing gang signs up. If anybody can create a Oscar-winning superhero, not only performance, but just a film in general, I don't think it'll be up for Best Picture. But I think it'll be nominated for a couple things. It's Ben Affleck. You know, we've seen it time and time again. Argo, The Town. I just recently saw The Accountant. He didn't direct it, but he was in it, and he was amazing in it. But, you know, Ben Affleck is, I think he's one of the best in the business right now.
Definitely. He, if not the Batman, he will definitely be up for a couple Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's like pumping out so much. Like,
And I'm real excited about his next project. It's the project he's doing right before he starts filming the Batman. Well, I'm pretty sure the movie's already done, but Live by Night, he's directing it, starring in it. It's like, I think that's going to be the movie where it's like you're going to watch this and be like, people are going to see that movie and be like, okay, so this is why he's directing the Batman movie. Like, this is why. Like,
yeah.
Now, if you want another reason, like I said, go watch The Town. Go watch Argo. Those movies are amazing. The Town was like one of my favorite movies.
That's a good one. Man, but with opening in October 2018, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And you think about it. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, it's also, I keep going back to the business side of it. Marketing-wise, it's the Halloween month. Bats. They could even...
Well, okay.
They have Death... Okay, well, hear me out. They have Deathstroke in the movie as the villain, but what if they pulled story... Because you know how Batman vs. Superman, it pulled story points from The Dark Knight Returns. What if they use this one being released in October, and they pull storylines from The Long Halloween?
Yeah, but the thing about that, though, is if you film something that has...
It's a Halloween movie, not a Superman movie, is what you're about to say. Like, it's typecast, almost.
Well, yeah, but then, like, let's say something has to be pushed back, and then it turns out to be a Christmas movie.
Like, I would go see the Batman for Christmas.
A film come out, like when they come out on Christmas or something like that. And then it's like a Halloween feel movie. That's just going to feel really off. So
yeah, well,
I don't think
The Nightmare Before Christmas works.
that's a whole nother beauty masterpiece by itself. What was I going to say before you completely cut me off? I hate when you do that. Oh my god. You were saying October business.
Halloween, long
Oh,
Halloween.
no. Shh. God, I lost it again. Business, money. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, it's before the holidays, right? I would say the average moviegoer, they really don't go to a lot of movies November, December, and then the new year starts, you know, that's when stuff starts to come out. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. When the new year starts, though, people don't start... Good movies don't come out till at least April. Like,
right.
January is the toilet bowl of the movie,
exactly.
the movie season, so is October.
Right. So, I think October would be good.
Yeah. And, like you were saying, people don't go see movies, like, during the holidays as much. It's, like, true, but they will drove to the theater if there's a calling for a good movie. Like,
they will drove to the theater?
Like,
they will drive?
They're, like, have you ever, you know the word drove? Like, these people will go in droves of...
No, I didn't know that.
It's a real word, trust me. But, like, you look at Star Wars, The Force Awakens, that, like, it opened a week before Christmas. That movie is the second top-grossing movie of all time.
Yeah, but then you have that, exactly. So, I don't know.
So, like, it make a good movie. Like, you know, that's the only thing I want.
Give us the best movie.
They could release this thing in I don't know, January, the third week of January, just a random third week of January. I would go see it, and a ton of other people would go see it because it has the Batman on it and it's Ben Affleck. So just do it right and don't give us an extended edition
Give
on the
us
Blu-ray.
the best movie that you can. Don't go Suicide Squad on us and have an extended cut that changes the movie.
All right. Last up, the DC kind of show today apparently. So we're talking Wonder Woman. All right. So I keep saying so.
And
Ahsoka.
dude.
All right. So
Oh my god.
I cannot say. All right. So I'm just gonna say it. Bear with me. All right. So the DC president of entertainment, Diane Nelson, was talking to Variety about Wonder Woman, saying that there will be a different kind of tone involved in this movie than the other DC films. This story makes me nervous but excited at the same time,
So,
just like women.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Because I don't think when DC's worried about their tone, I don't think they should be. They're like, we got to kind of change our tone to be like this or be like this because people want to go see Marvel movies because they're fun and they have dark parts, but they're overall more fun movies to go see. And they're like, we got to change our tone, blah blah blah. No one was complaining about tone when they went and saw Christopher Nolan's Batman movies.
You know what I also noticed? Not to cut you off like I was getting mad at you about, but Marvel movies, or I guess like series in general, they kind of have their own color palette.
Mm-hmm.
Even like, no, I'm not saying that they put they put stuff in front of their lenses, but
well, like Man of Steel, they like purposely changed the color tone of the movie.
yeah, that's just something that I've observed. It's like they have their own kind of, I don't want to say tone because that's saying tone, but colored scheme.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And like, and it all goes back to that. It's like, I don't want all DC movies to be dark.
Throw in some yellows.
Well, because everybody's like, well, DC should be more serious than Marvel. Have you read a DC comic? I feel like if in the comic book world, besides take Batman out of the picture, you look at all the other DC comic book characters, they're a lot more comic-y than Marvel characters. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Superman, those are comic-y characters. Big, colorful, like, you know, it's a bird, it's a plane, like, it's cheesy. And then you look at Marvel's comics, not the movies, the comics, and it's like Iron Man, Doctor Strange, like some like just out of the weird stuff that's not as, you know, comic-y. But the look at the movies, DC's like, we gotta make everything dark. Not everyone's Batman. Like,
you know, this isn't with DC, but my favorite scene in a Marvel movie is in the first Avenger, or not the first Avenger, the first Avengers movie, when Captain America gets dropped and he first meets Loki. That exchange, it was
a
like
comic book exchange.
It was pages from a comic book.
The whole movie was pages from a comic book.
But that scene in particular, he drops down and it's like, I forget the...
You know, the last time I was in Germany and saw a man standing above everyone else, we disagreed.
Ah, the soldier. The
man out of time. I'm not the one who's out of time.
That just, oh my god, it was perfect. Just the way they acted.
And I haven't had that experience with a DC movie yet, and I think it goes back. And like I said, I'm nervous about them changing the Wonder Woman tone, but I'm worried that they're changing it darker.
Yeah. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Wonder Woman is a colorful character. She's a badass. Make her that. But like everybody, I was complaining, and I loved Wonder Woman and Batman vs Superman. I was complaining, it's like, why is her outfit why does it have no color in it?
It's so, well, it's got color, but it's the darkest shade of that color.
Like, but in the trailer for the Wonder Woman movie, you could definitely tell there was more color, and like they added more color. And I'm like, good, they're making, and there was the joke at the end of the trailer worked. Like, you know, what is a secretary? Oh, I go where he tells me to do and do what he tells me to do. Where I'm from,
that
that's
sounds
called
like slavery.
slavery.
I like her.
See, that joke worked. Unlike,
Yeah.
she with you? I thought she was with you. Of course she was with you. You sent an email like an hour ago. Anyway, that's why I hope that they're not changing it darker.
Yeah.
Make the characters be comic accurate. Superman is too... I've already said this, and I love Henry Cavill's Superman, but he is way too dark in these movies. He is the Batman of Supermans. Like, he is brooding. He's like... Batman's the only one allowed to do that. Like,
Yeah.
that's why Superman and Batman are great when they're together, like in the comics and the shows and the
Because
anime
there's
stuff.
such a contrast.
It's like Batman is the I'm serious. I'm doing my work.
And then Superman, he does put himself on a pedestal, like, oh, if there's a problem, we can fix it.
If there's a problem, we can solve it. Like, check out my rock while my DJ revolves it. Like, yeah, like, all I'm saying is make your characters comic accurate. Don't change their tone because you think you have to differ yourselves from another studio.
Like I said earlier. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Okay. I lost it, so just go.
I'm sorry. What I was saying, what I said earlier, just give us the best movie you guys can. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just give us your best, and hopefully it doesn't suck.
Yeah. I have high hopes for Wonder Woman, and I am extremely pumped for Justice League next year. That trailer felt like a lot of fun.
That was a fun trailer.
And I feel like, you know, when I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, they kind of made Batman maybe a little too jokey. But,
Go ahead.
you know, the other characters around him, like the Flash, he's supposed to be a goober. Like, he's supposed to be a goofball. And, like in the animated series, he was always cracking wise. That's what I want in my DC movies. Comic book accuracy. He was cracking wise. You know, Superman's, you know, the god, but he's like that perfect being. Like, he's got like the morals of Captain America and the powers of a god.
Superman.
The powers of Superman.
I have a
you know,
problem
Batman's
with Superman.
brooding, and that's a topic for another day.
Okay.
And, you know, like make good movies. All right. Anyway, moving on. We spent way too much time on that. We got excited. All right. Lastly, it's a throwback movies of the week. So we did 2005 with Batman Begins in the first episode. We did 2006 with what was the 2006 movie?
We already forgot.
Yeah, it must have been pretty bad then. But this week it's 2007, and we have three
The triple threat.
amazing Oscar-winning films.
Triple threat.
We have Spider-Man 3, Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Ghost Rider.
So
What a year.
Spider-Man 3 had a lot of potential.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
The trailers even look good. The trailers were amazing.
Because what they did was they were doing what the comics did. Oh, Spider-Man has one villain. Oh my God! Now there's two. Oh my God! What is Spider-Man gonna do?
Three.
And, you know, that's what the comics did, and they messed it up.
They pooped in their. They pooped in the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so accurate.
To do a rundown, it's like, you know, the things that are wrong with that movie.
First off,
The brooding Peter Parker.
that guy.
See, I don't actually mind that part, the broodingness of that part. It's
That, and then it follows up with
the dancing Peter Parker. I like.
It's so
why does the
stupid.
Venom suit make him do that? It doesn't, and it shouldn't.
Confidence. It's the
It's
confidence.
confidence. No, it's stupid is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, so a rundown of what's wrong with that movie. I actually really like the first like half hour of that movie. That's what I like. Usually the movies that I like, comic book movies that I hate, I can usually say, you know, I was in it for the first like half hour, and then it just off hill. Yeah, the first half hour I liked. You know, I think it was right up to the point where he like got the key to the city.
Yeah.
That's when I started going. When he busted in and said Shazam, do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just randomly kisses Gwen Stacy, which was stupid because you could feel it. You're like, well, this is just something. This is just a stupid plot device to get Mary Jane pissed off. And then like Mary Jane, you know, singing in that play. She's a horrible singer. No wonder she got fired. Like,
It's like, why'd you get fired? It's like, maybe because you suck.
and then like I love when she goes into the theater and they're like, "What is she doing here? You didn't tell her? I thought you called her agent." It's like, how did she not know that she like? How does that not get taken care of that you got fired? And then she leaves the theater and she goes right outside and everybody's clapping and she thinks they're clapping for her. And Spider-Man swings by. I'm like, okay, one, all the people are faced that way towards the street. Two, why would they be clapping for you? Like, it was just another plot device for Mary Jane to be mad at Peter.
Okay. Let's not make this an everything wrong with Spider-Man 3. Because I'm pretty sure they've done that already.
I get really heated about it.
Okay.
But finishing that last topic, the whole movie is all, like, from the first minute to, like, an hour and 45 in is just every 10 minutes is something to piss Mary Jane off about Peter. And then because he's Spider-Man, she loves him again in the end. It doesn't make any sense. Especially the part where he, like, beats her and throws her on the ground in the nightclub and starts dancing with Gwen Stacy. I hate this scene when he's on the tables and he's, like, gliding across the... Alright, Spider-Man 3 sucks. Anyway, I feel like we're just gonna get even madder, even more mad each one we talk about.
We don't even have to talk about the next one that much.
You take the next one.
Well, the Silver Surfer, honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
I like it better than the last Fantastic Four, though.
The last Fantastic Four, or the newest one with Miles Teller, was god awful. But with the Silver Surfer, okay. I don't even know where to start.
Galactus, he's a cloud.
Yeah, he's a cloud. All hail the glow cloud. Night Vale reference. But yeah. So he's just like a cloud that looks basically like a butthole. like this giant.
Wasn't there one part though where lightning struck and there was a shadow and the shadow looked like the actual Galactus
Did
in the
it?
comics?
I'm sorry.
I think so.
I was puking.
I think so, but even that doesn't save it. And that because it's like if you read the backstory of the Silver Surfer, he was an alien humanoid from another world, kind of like how the Nova and Guardians of the Galaxy, they're humanoids from another world, and he was recruited by Galactus
to be his like the messenger guy.
He would go search out for planets that would be good for eating.
Yeah.
And that's what it was all about. So you're telling me he talks to this cloud?
And if you eat planets, what's your standard of planet quality?
Does it have life? Is it got water on it?
Is it well done?
Well, I love Galactus as a villain. It's so creepy. He's the planet eater. It's awesome. Yeah. But in this movie makes me mad just thinking about it. So I'm trying to think of the way to wrap it up into a tight little box. The movie had, I think, potential, but I think they rushed the shit out of it to try to push it out there because they heard, because this is 2007. Iron Man is filming right now. The MCU is about to get started, and I think studios are like, all right, we're starting to get nervous.
Yeah.
Let's throw some shit out there. And I mean, oh god, in the end, the end credit scene, or I don't think it was end credit scene, but it was the post tag thing of the movie where it shows Silver Surfer floating. How is he floating? Didn't he fly into Galactus? He should be disintegrated. Anyway, he's floating and then his eye opens. Every time I watch that now, I'm like, ha! You thought there was gonna be another one. You thought they were gonna make another movie.
Whoops.
All right.
Ghost Rider.
I liked Ghost Rider the first time I saw it.
Me too.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
I was young and stupid.
I don't mind the first one actually that much.
As a kid.
Let's talk about the positives. Let's start with the positives with this one, because this one has. Let's be honest. I think it has the most positives out of all three
combined. I actually did like the origin story that it told.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Nick Cage would have been the best for Ghost Rider.
See, I didn't mind him in that movie. It's when Spirit of Vengeance came out where I was like, ooh.
I didn't watch that.
It's bad.
Really?
Like, it's so bad. Like,
You look saddened by it.
it's so bad.
Like, the first Ghost Rider, I actually did like. It didn't feel like a superhero movie, if I'm
It felt like
being
a
honest.
Western.
It was a Western.
It felt like a Western.
It was a demonic Western.
A gothic Western.
Gothic Western.
It's a new genre. We just kind of tagged
Probably not new.
Probably not new. The visual effects are amazing in that movie. Like the scene where he turns into Ghost Rider for the first time.
That was cool.
And that's the one part where I'm like, you know what? I don't mind Nicolas Cage in this because he's kind of a little crazy. Like when his eyes, he's like, ah! You know what I'm talking about too. He's
like that meme. That meme.
But it works.
There was
Ghost
a behind
Rider.
the scenes cut of that, and it filmed
Is it just him like doing that?
him like. It's so funny, but I'm trying to remember what I actually. Okay, the villain, not Lucifer, but
It was the son of the devil.
like that son of a devil.
What was his name?
I
You
forget
keep
his
talking.
name.
I know his name. When I hear it, I'm gonna be mad.
I forget his name, but
It's like, it literally sounds like Darkanon is what I'm thinking of.
He
but
was. I thought he was just a weak character. Now the three people that, and I had a problem with those, like the other three people. Like, do you know who I'm talking about? Like the water guy, the gas guy, and
so stupid.
like the wind guy. They rushed those three like crazy.
Here, I got it.
And it was
his
just-
name. I'm gonna be so mad when I finally see it. Oh, where is it?
Wait for it.
I thought I had it.
No.
Blackheart.
Close.
Blackheart.
Yeah.
I thought it was Black something, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was weak. The villains themselves were just kind of weak.
I love Sam Elliott in that movie.
Which one was
The
he?
original Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah.
One, like the one who passed on the torch, and he had a horse instead of a motorcycle.
That was cool. That
Now,
was really cool.
Speaking of Ghost Rider, quick tag, he is amazing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I had so much doubt about that, but he is actually really, really good in that show.
Mm-hmm.
They needed something for that show, let me tell you. Anyway, is that all your thoughts on Ghost Rider?
I guess so.
Alright, so those are your 3 throwback movies of the week. I can't tell you to make sure you go check them out, I'll be honest. 2006, was it Superman Returns we talked about? X-Men The Last Stand.
Ow.
That was it. Alright, anyway. Alright, so let us know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Make sure you like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe.
so you don't miss a single damn thing on this channel. We want to thank all of our now 200 subscribers for sticking with us, for staying tuned, and staying
Iconic. Cue music.
Holy Grail.